Hi everyone. Time goes, but one thing in MCOC is always unchanged: the masteries. Let's look at my 2026 setup real quick with all the justifications behind the specific selections. This setup is the one that I personally use because it gives a perfect balance of attack and defense without suicide masteries. But if you want a suicide setup, I have a nice video on that topic. It's from 2024 but still relevant, so I will leave the link below in the description. Hope you will support me with a like, and let's start real quick. Okay, in total I have 59 mastery points and most of them are in the offense section. Here I recommend maxing out precision and cruelty. This is a standard that is stable for more than 10 years, always in place. Then I also max deep wounds and assassin. The first one is best for bleed attackers. I personally use Nick Fury every day, so this is one of my favorites. The mastery assassin is also a very nice one. The reasoning behind maxing this out is simple. As we meet more and more opponents with tons of health, the last 18% of health becomes a significant portion of gameplay, and receiving plus 60% attack and minus 20% ability accuracy of the opponent is useful. I do agree that these masteries are not so exciting, but this is what the game offers, and the sad part is that this section didn't change almost from the very first year of the game. There are some alternatives in the offense section, but their use cases are limited. For example, the unfazed mastery triggers when your opponent evades, but this doesn't make any sense. It doesn't counter the evade, so it's just a waste of points. We also have glass cannon, where you sacrifice health for damage. This one can be used, but still nothing special. The suicide section, we won't talk about that in this video. The link is in the description if you need to set up proper suicides, so go ahead. Okay, defense next. Here we max the recovery mastery as a must, and we need to achieve 3 out of 3 in willpower. For that we need to use 15 defense points, and our task here is to decide where to put them. My recommendation is on your screen. First we max block proficiency, because without it your champions will receive almost the same damage as if they missed a hit while blocking. Next is perfect block and stand your ground. As you see, I maxed perfect block instead of stand your ground, which gives a chance to block a heavy attack. But my point is that if you plan to receive a heavy attack, this game is not for you, so it's better to have an increased chance to block at 0 damage, even though this percent is just 4. As I still have 1 point left, I threw it on stand your ground just in case, but to be honest, this mastery reminds of itself during fights maybe once a month or even rarer. About the mastery coagulate, I talked about in the suicide setup video, you know where you can find it. And finally, proficiencies. Here we max out parry, the basic mastery for any player. The second one is evade, but here we need just 1 point, with the idea just to evade opponent attacks. No one should ever play without parry or evade. Also we max out stupefy to increase the duration of any stun, including parry. What I also like to max is specify. This helps to reduce ability accuracy under stun, and sometimes this helps against tricky opponents. And finally, mystic dispersion. I use here 3 points. 4 or 5 is too much and can cause problems controlling your own special attacks, but for alliance wars 5 out of 5 can be very challenging for your opponents, I mean in the defense. 1 or 2 is not impactful and you will almost feel no difference, so 3 points is just alright. To keep this video not so long, I will conclude it here, but feel free to ask any questions in the comment section. Also hit the like button and subscribe if this video was helpful. Thanks for watching and see you in the battle realm.